Hey runners, welcome back to Running for Joy. I'm Janie and I'm so glad you're here with me today. This episode is a little different. It's more heart-centered, more reflective. We're not talking about training plans or gear today. We're talking about something deeper, your why. That personal reason you started running in the first place. Maybe it was for your health, maybe it was to clear your mind, maybe it was just curiosity. Whatever it is, it mattered then and it still matters now. I'll be honest, this topic is close to my heart. I've had seasons where running felt like a chore, where I was chasing numbers instead of joy. I've had seasons where I did not look forward to my runs. And every time I've paused to reconnect with my why, it brought me back to the kind of running that fills me up instead of burns me out. So let's slow down together and take a breath and reflect. Let's start with a few questions. You don't need to answer them perfectly. Just let them sit with you. Why did you start running? What has running taught you? When do you feel most joyful on a run? For me, I started running in middle school. And as I look back, I realized that time of my life was when I needed running the most. I was in a time of my life where there was some family stuff going on. And running was something that became mine and something that I looked forward to. My mom had signed me up for cross country as a way to cross train for swimming. And honestly, I don't regret it. It wasn't fast. It wasn't pretty, but it was mine. And I remember thinking, I want more of this. I love this. Running has taught me so much, especially patience. I used to think progress had to be fast and visible, but running has taught me that growth can be quiet, that it's not linear, that it can be like a roller coaster, especially in recent years with having had battled injury. And since I've turned 30, my body has just needed some more of that prehab and recovery. And growth can happen mile by mile, even when you don't notice it. And joy, I feel it most personally when I'm running in the fall. Crunching leaves under my feet, cool air, no music, no watch, just me and the rhythm of my breath. So my biggest suggestion is to take a moment to honor your journey. You have come a long way. Now let's talk about how to bring back joy into your running, especially if it's felt a little stale lately. So here are a few gentle ideas. First, run without a watch. So I haven't done this in a while, but when I have in the past, it was surprisingly freeing. I had run a trail or a path I maybe hadn't visited in a while. And it was nice not to have to worry about pace, about distance. I just was able to notice my surroundings, the birds, the trees, the way my feet might have felt on the ground. It reminded me why I fell in love with running in the first place. The next thing I would suggest is to journal after a run. So I started a running notebook, journal, whatever, my senior year of high school. Not only for like stats, pace, distance, time, blah, 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 but for feelings too. And being able to look back and see how I was feeling on runs is the kind of data that I look back and like, that's kind of what I like to see and I like to track. It's been a while since I had a running journal, but now that I am coming out of an injury and I'm going to start running soon, I definitely want to start that back up again. The next thing I suggest is to revisit old race photos or bibs. So I have like this little shoebox and honestly bibs laying all over, but it's kind of nice to sometimes pull one out and remember the story behind it. The nerves, the finish line, the friends, the ups, the downs. It's kind of like flipping through a scrapbook. The next thing is to talk to your running community. So over the last few years, especially after my 2023 Princess Weekend race, where I just was like, okay, this running cycle, I felt burnt out and alone. I had reconnected to a few running communities, and the conversations I had really reminded me how much joy comes from sharing the journey. Joy doesn't always come from progress. It often comes from the presence, from being in the moment and not chasing the next milestone. As you reconnect with your why, it's a great time to think about what's next. Ask yourself, what do you want from running right now? How can I make it more joyful? What's one small goal that excites me? Right now, for me, I want running to feel like fun, like play again. I want to run healthy and injury-free. I want to explore new trails and new areas that I haven't been able to in a while. And personally, I would love to get myself to a place where I might sign up for like a turkey trot come Thanksgiving, or some fun races or community fun runs. And that is something that I know I'm working on. And I also want to get myself within the next 2-3 weeks where I'm running 3 times a week without pain and without having to always just, oh my watch, what pace am I? How far am I? All that stuff, and just movement, joy, and enjoying the fresh air. Let this chapter be rooted in joy, not comparison, not pressure, not perfection, just joy. Running is a relationship. It changes, it grows, and sometimes it needs a little care and attention. So take time to reflect, reconnect, and reset with purpose. Thanks for spending this time with me. I hope today's episode helped you feel a little more grounded and a little more inspired and a lot more joyful. Next week, we are diving into tapering, what it is and why it can be a benefit. Until then, keep running for joy.